Alright, so here we are, first flip of the episode, and we sold a torture ornament kit. 15.4 mil, we bought it for 14.8, so a nice 600k profit on that. So, I am going to bed now. As you can see, I have a light ballista that has bought, so I'm going to try to list that up for 39.10. Hopefully that'll sell on. If so, we make 350k, and I'm going to try to buy 1,000 crystal keys, and if I get them in the morning, I'll make probably a separate video on them. However, you'll also see it in this one. And here we are in the morning. As you can see, the loop and tooth hafts is not bought at all. However, the light ballistas have indeed bought, and one of them has sold, so I made 350k on that light ballista. This obsidian cape, I was just seeing what the margins were. I literally sold it back for what I bought it for. Actually 9k less, but whatever. As far as what I'm going to do with these, I may try to buy them for their actual prices when I go to work next. However, I am probably going to sell on these light ballistas. Let me look up how much a light ballista is selling for right now. Just according to OS Buddy, I should be able to sell these on for 3890k. And, oh, that is not right. And if I would have sold them for that, I would be pretty upset. So 3890k, if I am able to sell those, that will mean I will make about 1 mil if I'm able to sell off all these light ballistas. So I'm going to try to get some new offers in on these tooth and loop halves, and other than that, maybe I'll buy some more light ballistas. Not entirely sure yet as to what I'm going to do with them. Alright, so never mind about putting the tooth halves together, because the tooth halves, both of them have won up, and currently I don't know how much profit I'd be able to make off of it. So basically what I realized is if I sell them on for the buy price of tooth halves, I'm going to be able to make about 1.4k on each of these, which means I'll be able to make like, what, 350k probably in total, so I'd rather just go with that. So we're going to sell them on for 3400, and hopefully they'll all sell, maybe? So instead of waiting to sell them for 30.4, I actually noticed that the price went up to 29.999, or 29k 999 GP, and figured I'd sell them all for that, and they all insta-sold, which was really nice, and considering I bought them all for 1k less than that, I made about 250k off of that. So nothing too shabby going on there. So I believe this is what we are going to leave in while I go to work. Third Age Mage Hat, might be able to get a mill merch on that, and light ballistas, I am fully willing to buy these light ballistas at 3.3 mil when you consider that literally a fucking monkey tail alone. Okay, apparently 1 mil, but I swear to God it's more than that, and that actively traded price. This is what we are going to leave our merches in for while I am gone. Alright, just got back from work. As you can see, some of the used seats have bought. We're going to get a new offer in on that because there's going to be a better price for it. However, this Third Age Mage Hat has bought. This is probably our biggest item of the series so far. I'm going to see what it's currently selling for. So, it says that I should be able to sell a Third Age Mage Hat. Well, actually, I have no clue because I am the last person to be able to buy this. So I'm going to list it up for 680. We'll try that because that's definitely under the actively traded price, and this thing barely gets bought and sold each day. There's about 2 or 3 every 4 hours, so about 1 every 1.5 hours. So hopefully this will be able to sell, and we'll make like a about a 1 mil profit in total, which isn't bad at all. Alright, so there we go. Got all of the U-saplings done on my main account. This is the one time that I do usually transfer over things and stuff like U-saplings. So, I'm going to list these up for 103,650. I believe that was the price that they were going to sell at, which will mean, as I said earlier, about 250k profit. Actually going to have to drop them down to 103,600, but it is what it is. Hey, there we go. So we made some profit on the Third Age Mage Hat. I believe we made about 750k-ish. So that finally sold. I think I'm going to get onto some other stuff. These used saplings are going to have to sell at some point, right? Like, I'm going to lower the price just a little bit, but to be honest, I want to make some money off of this. More than likely about to go to bed, but this has bought. We got another torture ornament kit. It says I should be able to sell it for 15,100. I'm going to drop that down a GP. But with that being said, I should be able to make 600k off of that one merch. Oh, actually 500k, more or less. I don't know why I put it in for that high of an offer. I could have definitely had it down. So I'm going to throw this in overnight somewhere around, I think, probably 14. You want to go 14,165K, and we'll go with that. Well, right before I went to bed, ended up selling on the torture, so as you can see, cool 500K profit, I do believe. Alright, it is the morning time. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. So we got another light ballista to sell. All of our used saplings have sold, so almost everything has sold that we need to sell. The light ballistas I don't think I made any money on, to be honest with you. I might have lost some in all reality. However, these I tried to say torture and ornament. I almost said tournament. Oh, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. Alright, so we're going to see what these things sell on for. I'm a little nervous. I bought them for 14.31. And according to OSBuddy, the sell price is currently 14.561. And I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, but I'll take it. I wouldn't be too upset with that. Alright, so we're going to do this. Look at this. Loop halves, bought them all for practically 9K. So we got those. Now tooth halves, on the other hand, I am going to put an offer for 29,800. We'll see if those will buy. Alright, so there we go. All of the crystal keys have been made, so we are going to go ahead and buy one crystal key, find out the price, and that's bullshit because I just had some in for 41K and they wouldn't buy. So basically what I'm going to do is just put them in for this and they will sell eventually. Well, just got back from going out to grab some food with my mom. None of the crystal seeds have sold, which is pretty depressing because I'm not going to make as much profit on these as I had initially thought. Well, little time has passed and all of the torture ornament kits have sold. Still working on the crystal keys. I'm going to undo this offer for the light ballista, which means we are up to 49 mil, pretty much 50 if you add this on. What are we at? Let me do the math real quick. 61.2-ish, I do believe. I do. Because that in total, yeah, 11, so yeah. Although, I am still going to put in an offer for some Ring of the Gods, because I do believe that I can get them, and I can get them for a decent price. Hopefully, and I say this very optimistically, hopefully they do not drop on me. Change of plans, realize that buying 5 of them may be a little unrealistic, so I'm going to put some money into a 30-age full helm and see how that goes for us. And now I'm going to go to work, so hoping for the best, not really expecting a whole lot. Nah, I'm expecting a little bit though. Alright, just came back from work. Third Age Full Helm has bought all of the crystal seeds, finished selling, and not surprisingly, really, the Ring of the Gods did not buy, so I'm going to collect that. However, we got this little guy to deal with, so let's find out the price of him real quick. We had a torture ornament kit buy. I'm going to try to sell this overnight. We're going to try to go for 14,130K. We'll make a cool 400K-ish on that, hopefully. Well, screw it. Ended up selling before I went to bed, so that's cool, I guess. We made 140K off of a third age item merch, which is pretty disgusting, but at least we tried. Well, even before I go to bed, one of these is bought, which means I have the highest buy offer in, so I'm going to take both of these out and drop it even lower, because if I can, I may as well. Logging on in the morning, and as you can see by the chat log, my one torture ornament kit has sold, and another 3 have bought. So, moment of truth, I'm going to check the OSBuddy price on the website, and it says the buy price is 13.5, which is good. That's a good sign, because if that's right, then that means the buy price for these has gone up 120K, or at the least the sell price has gone up 100, or at least the sell price I'll still be able to make 120K. So one way or the other, I should be able to profit a little bit off of these. I could insta-buy one and see what it buys for, but I think that's kind of a waste. Oh, this tournament kit has, tournament kit, god damn it, I did it again! This kit bought, none of the other ones have sold, so I'm just going to lower the price on these by a little bit. Maybe we can go, what, 13,480K? We'll make 100K on 3 of them and then 400K on that one, so we'll give it a shot. Alright, there we go. So, it's taken a while today, actually, but all of these god fucking damn it! Torture ornament kits have sold. Fuck. Alright, so I found margins on Tormented bracelets, as you can see, about 100K realistically, so I'm going to go up and list. Actually, I could get more, because I didn't realize I listed this below the buy price, so I'm going to put these up for 18,170, and once they sell, I'm going to try to find a different price that I could get them for. Pretty quickly, one of the Tormented bracelets has sold, so I'm going to try to buy another one. I think I'm going to... Alright, what? It was Tormented bracelet, right? Well, gave it a little bit of time, and our ballista has sold, so that's good. I guess we got our money back on that one. I'm probably going to buy, or up my buy offer maybe on the light ballistas, maybe not. The Tormented bracelet, however, on the other hand, has sold one of them. This one I'm going to then go and rebuy, and hopefully this one can buy as well. So now we've made probably about 100K in total, and now we're in the profit. Let's go. There we go, so a Tormented bracelet has bought, so we're going to list this back up along with the other one. I believe I can still keep the price the same. I'm just going to drop it 1K because I can, and hopefully that will make them sell faster, because if someone undercut me, that's what I'm going to have to do. Pretty quickly later, what the fuck am I saying? Soon after I listed up these light ballistas, they've all sold, so gonna list up the next one that we've gotten. So it looks like we have the highest buy and sell price in, which is really good. Alright, so based off of the current OS Buddy price for torture ornament kits, I should have had one of them bought. So here we go. Both of the Tormented bracelets have sold. The torture ornament kit has bought, which is good. Some of the tooth has sold on. Our bond did not do anything overnight, which isn't necessarily surprising. It's kind of annoying that the price of this dropped, but it is what it is. I'm going to list it up for about 3.1 and just go ahead and lose like 90K on it because it's not that big of a deal. Well, we got something finally. So old school bond has been sold off. Alright, screw it. So basically these things won't sell for 30K. However, loop halves I'm sure we'll buy for somewhere around 9K, obviously, because that's what they always buy for. 9011, that's fine with me. We're going to buy some loop halves, just make them into crystal keys, and then we'll be able to make some profit off of it, because you might as well, since we already have them. Well, there we go. Two more heavy ballistas have sold. I say two more. There's the first two, actually. But as you can see, I'm making about 100K off of these, so I'm going to go back and buy a couple more. The treasonous rings I should be making about 50K off of, which isn't too shabby at all. I forgot what fucking price I'm getting these at. Holy shit, did everything start to buy and sell. So pretty much these treasonous rings apparently just aren't going to sell at the price that it says they are, and I just collected all of the fucking shit that I was going to talk over. Alright, so these could be very well known as far as an item to merch, so I'm going to check them out, see what they buy and sell for. So 1.57, and then I'm going to throw it up for 1.2 and see what the margin is on this. So as you can see, 170K, so I am going to try and buy and sell these. Hey, there we go. One of the Elder Chaos Row tops have bought, so we're going to sell that back on, make back the money that we have lost. One of these robe tops sold and a treasonous ring. I've come to the conclusion that I think I got undercut on these Elder robe tops, which is a bit weird, but yeah, I'm definitely just going to up my offer on that. I believe it was 1407K. Told you it'd fucking work. There we go, 1407. Gonna list it back up, 1575. So make a lot of money off of that, to be honest with you. It's about 170K merch, which is pretty insane for something that's new like that. I mean, it's understandable, but it's definitely worth it. I don't know. I didn't think that these things would be that good. I forgot Elder Chaos robes are actually 130. I didn't even notice that whenever I bought them, but that's insane as well. So, little update. I ended up hitting my heavy ballista limit, so I can't do any more of those. I realized that the price has been dropping, so I lowered my offer by about 40K to sell them. I think I also hit my treasonous ring offer, so I'm going to cancel that out. As you can see, our Elder top, we had one buy, and one has sold so far, and two of the robes have sold, so I got some buy offers in. Right now we're at 40 mil, and you know, just hanging out, trying to make some money off of these. I might do some torture ornament kits because those are always really good. There we go. So two more of these Elder tops have bought, and three more of the bottoms have bought. Well, we ended up being able to sell one of both of these, which still means I have the highest sell offer in. So I ended up buying another one, and as you can see, I am going to be listed up for 15.30K, I do believe, is what the other one is going for. Yeah. Was able to buy two more Elder tops for 1.407. Gonna sell them on, obviously, again, for 1.530K. Hey, now I know I can buy them for cheaper. I could have saved myself about 80K. So 1.365 is the new buy price. I'm gonna lower this to 1.525 just in case. So here we go. I'm about to go to work, so I'm going to just clean up basically what I have in the trade screen so far, so I'm going to sell off this for 1.528K as well. Take out my offer for the Elder Chaos robes because they're probably going to drop, to be honest, so I don't want to have a buy offer in. These torture ornament kits, I have the highest buy price in right now. However, if they go down while I'm at work, I'll be a little upset. So I think I'm going to... Where the hell is it? Where is it? Alright, give me a second. Fuck. There it is. Alright. So, I think I'm going to leave it an offer for like 12.078K, and I'll buy 2. I don't want to buy too many of them. And then light ballistas, none were, or I bought this one, tried to find the margins and sell it on for 3 mil, and it did not sell. So I'm going to buy out as many light ballistas as I can for 3 mil and try to sell this one for 3.2, and we'll see how that goes whenever I get back from work. Alright, so problem. These Elder Chaos Druid tops did not sell. I do not know the price, so I have to go ahead and buy one myself. 1377, which means I will be able to sell these for even a 40k profit still, which isn't too bad, and I am happy with that because I thought I could have lost a lot more on them. However, we also have a torture ornament kit and 5 light ballistas. So we're going to check out the prices of light ballistas and ornament kits, and then we will be back in a second. I'm going to throw in an offer for 3270k, and we can see if that buys, and I believe it will. It did for 31,850, so we're going to sell them on for that. 31,850k, I don't know why I said the O at the end. So we're going to sell them on for that, which means off of the 5 that we bought, we'll be making about 180k per one. And it's currently saying the buy price is 11,700, which sucks. Well, about that. So we're going to just, you know, try to list it up for... I don't know what to do. They shouldn't have really dropped. I think they'll honestly go back up, possibly. So I'm just going to go 12,425, and we'll try to sell them on for that. Alright, so there we go. Woke up in the morning, and as you can see, all the light ballistas have sold, along with the Elder Chaos tops, which I made about 150k on each of them. Ballistas, I probably made about 160k on each of them. However, the torture ornament kits I have not sold, and their prices dropped about $1 mil since I bought them, which is really fucking annoying. And yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. They dropped to 10.8 mil overnight, and they started to go back up. I honestly think that they're going to continue to go back up. I think they've hit their lowest point, and I mean, it really doesn't make sense for them to drop more than a Fury was ever dropped to, a Fury ornament kit, because this one is the upgraded, like, amulet kit, and is probably more rare, I would imagine. Now I'm heading to work. We're gonna leave all this stuff in. The torture ornament kits I will even hold on to. As you can see, I'm buying another one right now because I think that they've hit their low, and I will spend a few days holding on to these. I really do not care one way or the other. Logging onto the merch account after work and hoping that some stuff... Oh my goodness. Alright, so we bought a lot of stuff, sold a lot of stuff. So as you can see, the torture ornament kits have sold. I'm going to see what the torture kits are currently. Torture kits are currently buying for 11 mil and selling for 11.66. So we can merch those maybe a little bit. However, we did do a good job in being able to sell these for 11.99. So... good work on that. All the crystal seeds have sold, or crystal keys, my bad. All the light ballistas have bought, and as I can tell from OS Buddy, it says I should be able to sell these light ballistas on for this price, which would mean if I can, I bought... oh my... are you kidding? I sold them all instantly? That's annoying, but as you can see, I bought them all for 15.2 and was able to sell them all for 17.2, so that's a 2 mil profit, an instant 2 mil profit. Then the torch ornament kit that we were able to buy for 10.25, we should be able to sell for 11.5. And all of these rubies have bought for 13.08k, so I'm going to go buy a ruby and see what I can sell these on for now. So rubies currently are selling for 13.40, however, I'm going to throw these in overnight and just try to sell them for 13.75. Alright, morning time, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're going to end off this video unveiling what's currently going down in the GE, so let's find out. And we were able to buy all these Elder Chaos tops, buy 2 Ring of the Gods, and sold the Torture Kit. So, we weren't able to sell the rubies, that's fine, I'm still going to make profit on those. The Torture Ornament Kit sold for 11.5, which means we made, let's see it, which means we made, what the fuck, where is it? Okay, so we made 1.2 mil on the Torture Kit, which is sick. Bought 2 Ring of the Gods for 10.8. I'm going to see what I'm going to be able to sell them for, so give me a second. Alright, so according to OS Buddy, they dropped overnight to exactly what I put my price in for. However, I think I'm going to be able to sell them for this price. Okay, well, that was a lot of lag, but nonetheless, I'm going to try to sell them for 11.3. And if they do sell for 11.3, we make ourselves 800k on that. And some Elder Chaos Robe Tops were about 1.3 mil last night, and I put in a lowball offer, so hopefully they didn't just drop a ton on me. It looked like they actually did drop a lot overnight, but they did not drop below what my offer was. So I'm going to buy one, and whatever price we were able to buy it for, I will then go on and sell it for that. So 1133k. So I'm going to go for 1132k because I approve of undercutting on high price items. So, as you can see there, we're going to make about 80k off each one of those, which is a 400k merch if they all sell, and the rubies we're just going to lower the price on. And light ballistas, I really honestly have no clue what's going down with them. Damn, rubies dropped. I could have sold them overnight for a little less, and I would have made more money, man. Okay, but whatever. We'll make 12 GP off each one, which means we'll make 100k. I don't care. Whatever, we'll go with it. Unless that's actually the med price. Ooh, shit, they dropped a ton. Alright, whatever. We're going to sell it for that then. Alright, so, nonetheless, that will be it for this video. Merges for episode 10 are done. I think from now on, every time I hit an episode 10, I'm going to do like a little montage of like the best merches going up to that, just like a little review. If you guys like that idea, feel free to let me know down below, and nonetheless, I think that'll be it for today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. If you guys have anything you want me to improve upon or anything you want to say to me, leave that in the comment section down below, and if you want to see more in the future, hit that sub button. Nonetheless, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.